What's going on, guys? My name's Hypnostic and welcome to a brand new Black Ops 6 Zombies video. In this one I'll be showing you all a step-by-step solo Citadelle de Morts Easter egg guide. I'll be covering the optimal routes to take and what steps to complete early to make the entire process as easy as possible. We'll also be covering a strategy to kill the final boss with little to no effort. Now before we hop in, I just quickly want to thank the sponsor of today's video. If you want to unlock the brand new Dark Matter, Abyss, and Nebula camos in Black Ops 6 or grind them extremely quickly in easy lobbies, be sure to check out Mitch Cactus. They're the biggest and most reliable in Call of Duty, which will help you grind out weekly events, camos, and unlocks completely legitimately for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Enjoy highly discounted COD points at up to 80% off and lightning fast delivery. Use code HYPNO for 5% off. Alright, so first things first, we're gonna want to farm up some essence so that we can make our way up to the castle and actually start the Easter egg. I recommend sitting in the spawn area for a few minutes and then proceeding through the western gate that leads towards Deadshot Daiquiri and the barn. Once the doors opened up, head up to the barn and you'll find a horseshoe hanging above the entrance to the barn. Simply shoot it and Otto's horseshoe will drop. We'll be needing this soon. Once you've picked up the horseshoe, continue progressing through the main objectives by rotating the cannon and firing at the main door. Make your way into the castle, and I recommend opening this door here on the left side, which leads towards stamina. In this room here, there are 4 pieces of paper laying around. Just walk around the room and interact with them until you've collected all 4. They can't spawn outside of this room, so it shouldn't take you too long to find them. From here, you want to work your way through the basement of the castle until you get to this metal box. Simply shoot the locks off it and you'll be greeted by a ghast who will have to kill to receive a crystal. Interact with the Pack-a-Punch machine and voila, Pack-a-Punch is now available. From here, you want to make your way over to the room that has Quick Revive, and behind Quick Revive machine, you'll find a closed wooden door. Interact with it and a small window is going to open up and you'll see Craft. Simply continue talking to him until he turns around and sits back down. And there we go, that's pretty much it for part 1 of the Easter egg. So at this point you should be at around round 6 or so, and since we can't work on creating the swords until round 10, this is the perfect time to get the rituals out the way, which is going to make this whole process a lot easier. Simply make your way back outside of the castle and head towards the cannon we used earlier. Interact with it and it should fire you back towards spawn, and you should see an electric effect while doing so because we picked up Otto's horseshoe. Once you land, immediately look up for a storm cloud. Now this can either be near the barn or near Speed Cola. Walk over to it and you should see Pegasus horseshoe on the ground, pick it up and walk back towards spawn. Now along the wall right here you should see a glowing symbol on the ground. Simply walk up to it and interact with it and the horseshoe will start floating. Now a kill challenge starts, so basically you want to kill 15 to 20 zombies in the area to fill it up with souls, and the horseshoe will eventually turn into a treasure box. Now don't worry about this, we won't be needing it until later. Now we'll have to work on 3 more rituals. The second ritual we'll do is the Ritual of Light. To do this, simply head back to the castle where all the knight statues are found and shoot this mirror above Vulture 8 and you'll notice a beam of light. Simply angle yourself correctly and shoot the mirror until the beam of light is no longer transparent, and shoot the next mirrors until the beam of light hits this small statuette revealing a necklace. Once you can pick it up, do so and walk back to this open area where the knights are, and you should see another yellow symbol on the floor. Interact with it and once again kill 15 to 20 zombies to reveal another treasure chest. And there we go, that's 2 out of 4 rituals complete. The next ritual we're going to work on is the Raven ritual. To do this, simply make your way down to the Pack-a-Punch machine and interact with the cave slide behind it. You'll then start sliding all the way back to spawn. Pay attention to the right side of your screen near the end, as there's going to be a crow that you'll have to shoot. Once you shoot at it, it'll eventually start flying away, so once you're in spawn, look up in the sky and shoot it out the sky and it'll drop the Raven's Talon. Now make your way back to the Undercroft near Pack-a-Punch and you'll see another glowing yellow symbol. Interact with it once again and kill enough zombies to complete the ritual. And there we go, just 1 final ritual to complete. The final ritual will be the Ritual of Fire. To begin, head over to a workbench and craft up 3 Molotovs. Then make your way back towards the cannon and throw a Molotov at this pile of logs above Speed Cola. Then throw a Molotov at the pile of logs in the middle near the castle entrance, and last but not least, throw a Molotov at this pile of logs above Elemental Pop. This will cause some fiery balls to fly around and bust out some zombies. Eventually a large fireball will come and spawn a ghast. Simply kill the ghast and he'll drop Raz Ankh. With the Ankh in hand, you want to drop down, and in this open area near the Speed Cola gate, you'll see another yellow symbol. Interact with it and complete the final ritual, and there we go, that's part 2 of the Easter egg complete. At this point you should be at around round 10, meaning that the bastard zombies will start spawning. These are the zombies that have a little helmet on, and when killed they'll drop a stamp. We'll be needing a total of 4 stamps, and you can only carry 1 at a time. Once you've killed the first bastard zombie and collected the stamp, we'll be making our way back near Vulture 8 where all the knight statues are located. And the first sword we'll be doing is the Raven Sword. Simply walk up to the statue and interact with it and you'll receive a sword. Pick it up and walk into this alchemist room right here. In this room you'll find an antiquity. Basically look for some animal bones in this room. It can either be on the table or on one of the shelves in the room. Once you found it, make your way back to spawn and head to the basement. Interact with this ritualistic symbol on the wall once to place the bones. Interact again with the sword out to place your sword. And interact a third time to actually calibrate the ritual. Now this will be different for everyone because the bone that spawns in is randomized with each game, but each bone has a unique answer that always remains the same. So I'll go ahead and throw up the answer for all the other bones and just rotate the inner and outer ring until it's identical with the answer. Submit your answer, and if done correctly, a purple orb will come out and open a portal looking thing on the ground. More purple orbs will come out, and all you have to do is stand between the portal on the ground and the orbs coming your way so that the orbs go into the portal instead of hitting you. Once you're done in the basement, it'll move upstairs, and from there it'll move up to the pool table. When you've completed all 4, the purple orbs will go back to the basement where you started. Simply interact with the ritual symbol on the wall again and it'll quickly dip the sword into the void. Once the animation is complete, you can take the sword and voila, that's 1 out of 4 swords complete. Then head back to all the knights and interact with the Raven Knight again to place the sword. Now we need to collect another stamp by killing another bastard zombie. Now interact with the knight that has a lion symbol on him to receive another sword, which will be the light sword. When you pick up the sword, you'll notice parasites start spawning that have an orange glow. When you kill these parasites using your sword, the sword's blade will also have an orange glow. Simply head over to this door near Speed Cola and hit the door to reveal 1 of 4 symbols. Repeat this process by hitting a glowing parasite 3 more times until all 4 symbols are glowing. Then simply interact with the door and it should open up. Walk up to the pillar towards the end of the room and interact with it to place your sword. Simply shoot the correct symbols in order from top to bottom, starting with the circle that has a dot in the middle, then the cryo-free symbol, etc. Once you shoot the final correct symbol, the sword's gonna glow a bit and then you can pick it up where you'll be kicked out of the room. And there we go, that's 2 out of 4 swords complete. Now get your hands on another sword so we can work on the 3rd sword, being the fire sword. Simply interact with the knight that has a dragon symbol on its armor to receive the sword. Head back to the main entrance room where you can buy the jug perk, and at the top of the stairs you'll see a dragon statue right here. Interact with it to place your sword. Now we'll have to collect fire from 3 different fire bowls around the map. 1 is located near the rampage inducer at spawn, 1 is located near the barn, like between the barn and spawn, and the 3rd one's located by the cannon. I recommend starting with the one at spawn, followed by the one near the barn, and finish with the one near the cannon. As soon as you interact with the fire bowl, you'll be able to run extremely fast and you'll notice that you start taking damage. If your health ever does get too low, you can simply punch a zombie to heal back up to full health. Once you arrive at the dragon statue, hold your interact button to release the fire. Repeat this process for the other 2 fire bowls, and when you've interacted with the sword for a 3rd time, you'll have completed the upgrade for the fire sword. And there we go, that's 3 out of 4 swords done. Now we just need 1 final stamp to work on the lightning sword. Interact with the knight that has a stag symbol to receive the sword. From here, make your way to the barn near Deadshot Daiquiri and you should find a lightning rod on the ground right here. Then equip your weapon with dead wire and head over to Speed Cola. Shoot this power box on the wall and you'll receive the 2nd lightning rod. For the 3rd and final lightning rod, you want to make your way to the castle's basement and wait in the quick revive room. Eventually an armored zombie will spawn, and when you kill it, you'll receive the 3rd and final lightning rod. From here, make your way all the way upstairs past the elemental pop room and interact with this pod right here to place your 3 lightning rods. You'll notice a storm cloud appears above you. All you want to do here is kill zombies with your sword, and after about 20 seconds or so, your sword's going to be imbued with electricity. Whenever this happens, you want to hit the pot to discharge it. Repeat this process until you've hit the pot a total of 3 times. Once you've done that, you can interact with the pot and place your sword in it, and after a few seconds, it'll be upgraded to the lightning sword. And there we go, that's how you create all the swords, and you've now completed part 3. Alright, so at this point you want to make your way back to spawn and into this building. Scattered around the room you'll find these vials with Roman numerals going from I being 1 all the way to VI being 6. Hopefully I don't need to explain Roman numerals, or you should probably be looking up guides other than this Easter egg. Now what I recommend doing is interacting with the vials so that they glow up, and then pause your game while the vial's in the middle of your screen so you can either draw out the symbol or take a picture of it. Make sure you write them all down in order from 1 to 6. Now that you've done that, you want to make your way back towards the castle and purchase melee macchiato along the way and head down to the basement. In this room where we did the Raven's Talon kill challenge, you'll notice a wall that has faint blue light emerging from it. Simply punch the wall to reveal a puzzle. All you need to do now is shoot the correct symbol going from 1 to 6, but beware the symbols do move from time to time, so make sure you take your time with this. Once you've correctly shot all the symbols, a red light's gonna move to the left and reveal a book hidden behind the wall. Remember early on when I made you collect all those pages in the room? That's exactly where those come into play. Simply interact with the book to place all the pages and you'll see 4 symbols that align with the traps around the map. You want to complete this in order going from top left to bottom left and top right to bottom right. Some symbols will show an eye with a circle around it, some will show an eye with eyelashes or an eye with a cross, so just walk up to each of these traps until you find the correct one. Make sure to do this at the start of a round or whenever you have enough zombies alive, as you'll need to kill like 7 to 10 zombies or so to complete the challenge. You'll know you did the correct trap by heading back down to the book, and you'll notice the first symbol is grayed out. If the second trap you activate was the wrong one, it doesn't fail the challenge, so you can keep trying until you get the correct symbol. But once again, it shouldn't be too hard. You can also like pause the game while the symbol is in the middle of your screen, like, you know, the little book thing, and then just kind of compare the picture on your phone to the traps in the game. Once that's done, make your way to this staircase coming down from stamina up, and on this wall you'll see 4 symbols. You'll need to make a mental note of this going clockwise, starting at 12, then 3, then 6, then 9. In my case, the first symbol is the light sword, followed by stag, crow, and last but not least, the dragon. So it's the light sword, then electric, then void, then fire. So we'll go ahead and grab the light sword first, and then swing the light sword at this box right here to get the light incantation. Walk up to the appropriate knight statue, tap your tactical button to use your incantation, and then double tap left on your D-pad to inspect your weapon. You don't need to complete the inspect animation, but you do need to start inspecting your weapon, so feel free to run if you get hit by zombies like I did. If done correctly, the statue's arms are going to move and emit a yellow glow, then place your sword. Now we'll do the same thing for the electric sword, the incantations at spawn, the same thing with the crow sword, the incantations in the basement, and also with the fire sword, which you can find outside the castle near the middle trap. When you're done interacting with the final knight and all 4 of them are glowing, you should see an orb appear in the center. Interact with the sword to pick it up, and then pick up the light sword. Right up here, place the orb and start the elemental challenge. So for the light sword challenge, you simply want to walk into each of these green orbs, kill zombies, and keep moving from one orb to the next. This one's probably one of the easier ones, and eventually Craft's gonna start talking to you, at which point the challenge is complete. Walk up to the orb and you should see a prompt to take it. Now place the light sword back and we'll take the fire sword. Walk outside the castle, and near the trap you should see another thing on the wall to place the orb. Interact with it and start the next challenge. For this one, you'll want to get kills using your fire sword's basic attacks, incantations, and also special attack. This one was super fast to complete and probably the easiest one. Then pick up the orb, place the sword back again, and we'll take the electric sword instead. Make your way all the way back to spawn and repeat the same process here. For this one, it seemed as though the normal attacks didn't progress it and only the special attacks did, so just play it safe. Charge your sword and use the special attack whenever you can. Once that one's done, take the orb and head back to the knights to place your electric sword back again. Now the last one we'll work on is the raven sword. Simply take the sword to the basement and do the same thing. For this challenge, make sure you charge up your sword and unleash its special ability near the orb, and it should be done in no time. And well, that was the 4th and final challenge. Simply walk up to the stairs and interact with this thing on the wall where all the symbols were earlier, and the door should open up. Well, not the door, but the wall should open up. Interact with the Ancient Mystic recording and feel free to listen to his whole speech. Zombies can't attack you while he's talking to you, so yeah, that's cool. When you're ready, pick up the Guardian Key and head back to spawn, and we're pretty much done with the Easter egg here. The only thing we have to do now is initiate the boss fight, so congratulations on that. Now at this point, you can interact with the giant statue here and start the boss fight to finish the Easter egg, but I'd strongly recommend spending a few rounds here in spawn training zombies to farm some essence, buy all the perks when Wonderfist spawns in at round 25, fully pack-a-punch your Tonto, and especially your power drill. You want to make sure your drill is pack 3 legendary rarity, as it's going to allow you to obliterate the boss. I also recommend crafting up 2 Casimirs and either craft or pick up a sentry gun, as that'll be pretty helpful during the boss fight. When you're ready, interact with the statue and he'll eventually come to life and slam the ground, which will teleport you to the boss fight arena. When you're here, swap over to your drill, and as soon as his health bar is visible at the top of your screen, pop Ether Shroud and start spam hitting him in the legs. You should be able to get rid of about a quarter of his health bar like this, and he should be entering the next phase shortly after. Whenever he enters the next phase and becomes immune, he'll spawn some zombies in a gas, so just take care of them. Use your sentry gun if you like, and feel free to just throw a few Casimirs around, as they'll help out a lot. You can shoot his legs, his chest, his shoulder, or his wrist to destroy his armor and deal big damage to him, but honestly, Ether Shroud should almost be off cooldown when he spawns those zombies, so call that in again and go ham. You could even bring a Raindrops Gobblegum to get that free full power, or even Power Kick to get full power and take advantage of the drill. Needless to say, it's a super easy fight as long as you've got the drill upgraded and you're constantly moving and shooting. Once the fight's over, be sure to pick up this amulet that he drops, and that's pretty much gonna be it. Once the fight's over, you'll receive a cutscene and be prompted to continue playing with extra rewards, or just back out, so do as you like. That's gonna be it for my solo Citadelle de Morts Easter egg guide. I really hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, then go ahead and hit that like button, comment with any suggestions for future videos, and don't forget to subscribe to show your support to the channel. I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night wherever in the world you are. And as always, goodbye.